Now, the 50 richest Americans now worth more than the poorest, $165 million.
Yeah.
Bim, I don't even know if I want to get into the article. I just want to read the title again. 50 richest Americans now worth more than the poorest, $165 million. 50 versus 165, fam.
And you wonder why people say eat the rich, right? It's not just like, guys, like this isn't about just me being a communist. This is about the fact that this is why capitalism and why the exploitation of the working class always leads to this. It always leads to this, especially in a system where it's not even run by presidents or Congress anymore. It's run entirely by corporations and lobbyists. That's all it's run by. Nobody is doing the work for us. They're supposed to be public servants, but they're corporate servants. So the problem is we don't even have a system of normal capitalism. But that doesn't even, it always leads to this because it's unfettered. The greed always gets to people. People want to make a buck, and then that's how this whole thing happens. Corporations get big. And did you want to go into this? I just want to
look at that list. If you go down below, Johnny, there's a list of like 10 of the. Keep going down a little bit more. Right there. Look at the list and look who's on it. It's no surprise to what's going on. Now we talk about let's start with the first one. The second one, Bill Gates, he's going to get the vaccine. When you think about the screwery, the fuckery that's going around with this whole, disease, and then you see Bill Gates is going to be the one pushing for the vaccine. It's very suspicious.
Yeah.
But Jeff Bezos, right? Okay. So now you couldn't go out and do anything. You couldn't go shop. You couldn't do anything. You had to depend on Amazon, but yet we see Amazon strikes going all around the country because this son of a bee won't pay his workers, fam, a living wage. They had a guillotine out in front of his house. I mean, at what point do we say no more? Do we say, let's stop this? How long is this runaway train going to go? Elon Musk, number 3, right? We'll coup who we want to coup. Right? Yeah. These are the people we got. Mark Zuckerberg. Let me sell your information to other third parties. I mean, this is what we are looking at, ladies and gentlemen. And the Democratic Party isn't in line with a lot of these people. Bezos does not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know where Jeff Bezos is. So, I mean, it's just one of these things. When it comes to the economics, I think it is so important. I never want to dismiss the cultural differences, the social issues. They are important. But we need resources to live, and we're about to throw a bunch of people out in the streets. I don't know what's to come of this whole situation.
Every single economist is predicting this is going to be really, really bad. We're just getting started on what the economic downfall is going to be, and it's really, really sad. And did you want to read anything else from here? Because I have a picture I wanted to show.
No, go right into the picture.
Okay, so this picture right here, this is all that matters, and this is something you can't ignore. This is the share of the national income, and then versus on this axis, the years. And you can see that the majority of the top 1% of U.S., the wealth has grown, but the bottom 50% has absolutely declined. We have this vast gap, and that is as of 2015. As of now, trust me, it's even bigger. It's even bigger, especially after coronavirus. We are going to have our first trillionaires because of this. Trillionaires.
But 2008 through 2016, it was Barack Obama. We had to do better, right? Oh no! I'm sorry. Wait. So it doesn't matter which Democrat it is, does it? No. What's that? Yep,
yeah,
right there.
That was 2008.
And we're still going down. Remember, we elected him for change. He talked about having a federal bank. He talked about just equality, getting people money in their pockets, bread and butter solutions. And it just went the other way. As soon as he got in office, he got a list of who he can hire in his administration when it comes to economics. He hired Tim Geithner and Larry Saunders. Same people who caused this problem to make that spike go down years ago. You talk about Larry Saunders. He was around 1980 when he was pushing for dividends, which are you can bet against the stock. Yeah. And it was a big thing back then because Glass-Steagall was around. You couldn't do that kind of thing. And now it's just gone haywire. You can see that blue line has gone all the way down. The red line has gone all the way up. So this also lets me think to tell my older fams out there, my the parents and stuff who always say, well, you kids nowadays, you just got to work hard like we do. Like, no, this is systemic.
Doesn't matter
right
how
now.
hard we work.
The system is rigged.
The system is rigged, and it's rigged because it's rigged for us, but it's purposely rigged to function this way. This is how they want the system to function, because the more they encapsulate all the resources, the more people at the bottom fight each other for said resources, and the more racism, discrimination, and all these other things you have. Because when you don't have anything there, it's really easy to get swayed that somebody else is to blame for it, and you end up blaming the wrong people instead of looking up. And that's why voting for Joe Biden or Donald Trump perpetuates that system, because you're expecting one of these to be your hero and save you from the top, and that's just not going to happen. The change will come from the bottom up, and the reality is that both of these two are rich. One's a millionaire, one's a billionaire. They have more in common with each other. They go to each other's weddings. They're all friends. You see Bush and the Obamas hug. I mean, this isn't anything new. They're all part of the same circle. You are not part of their circle. No matter how you feel one is better than the other, they don't give a shit about you. And thinking that they do is what keeps you enchained, because we are enchained in a way. We absolutely are. They've just made the prison look a lot more comfortable and a lot better.
Yeah. And by voting for Joe Biden, you're not mitigating damage or fighting against systemic racism.
You're extending that damage.
Exactly. That's exactly what you're doing. That's all I wanted to say. That's what you're doing, and it's time to say, hey, no more, stop. I'm not even telling you have to go vote for Donald Trump. I'm telling you, don't vote for either one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not.